Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Now, reasons why we say we're narcissistic. There's a lot of reasons why, but the main reason is we don't know how to let go. I mean, my personal experience with one was everyone was telling me he's no good for you, he's bad for you, walk away. He's not in love with you, but you just can't see it when you're in it with them. It's like you've got a haze in front of you and you're completely blinded by this haze. No matter what anybody says to you, you'd be better off without them. They're holding you back. You turn against these people and you think, oh, they're crazy. He loves me to pieces. He'd do anything for me. It's like there's a block in the brain and you just, whatever people say to you, you refuse to believe it. Even if deep down you may think there's something not right, but it's like they have a hold over you like a drug. And when you get that feed, it's like a hit. You've got your hit, and then they let you go again. And then, for weeks, days, months, you think, what's going on? I thought you loved me. And when you're about to leave, all of a sudden they'll come back. Hey, give you that hit, give you that love that you craved from them. And that is how a narcissist will control you, and how people get stuck in these cycles, where they just can't seem to exit the relationship. And it's no good if you've got a friend out there or someone who you're worried about and is in a toxic relationship. No matter what you do or how much you tell them that this relationship isn't healthy, it's making them ill, it is the hardest thing because they will not see it. They are fixated on this person, and it is an addiction. It is a drug addiction. And I can say that from experience. I know that, I'd been through a narcissistic relationship previously and I got sucked into one again. And I just could not see it. I had friends telling me he doesn't love you. He's not doing what he's supposed to do in a relationship. When I had to sit down and talk to him and say, look, what's happening with our future? Are we going places? You know, there was always an excuse why he couldn't talk about it, or he'd always turn it around so it was my fault, or if I asked him a question, he wouldn't answer it. He'd come back with a question for me. So he'd like take the attention off of himself, and then I'd be the blame for it. So I can't think of an example to hand, but that's what they're really good at, directing attention away from themselves and onto you. But I know the hardest thing in the world is to leave a narcissistic relationship. It is actually overwhelmingly hard. And even when you do leave, you never get closure. You never get satisfaction of, did this person love me? Because you want to believe it deep down they had some kind of feelings for you, and it will go round and round and round your head. And you just have to kind of bring your own closure onto it, because the sad truth is they just don't have feelings. And I can talk from personal experience. I still look back and I still think there must have been something. He must have had some feelings for me. How could he just discard me and just leave? There was no empathy, there was nothing. It was just a case of it's over, and that was it. He walked out of my life and I never saw him again until very recently, and it was like looking into the eyes of a stranger. Um, it was a very, very strange experience, but it brought home to me that they really don't have feelings, and it is a complete and utter. It's just all of it is just a complete facade. It's not a real relationship, and it's us people who struggle because in our heads it was. We were in love. We found this person. And the closure part, I suppose really you don't ever get closure. Your only closure is knowing what they are, and that is a narcissistic, someone who doesn't care, who doesn't have feelings, has no empathy, and they will just move on to the next victim. And I already knew that was beginning to happen, and the more you try to hold on to them, that's what they want. They want you to hold on to them, and they get a buzz out of knowing that. And the best thing, the best advice I can give anyone out there is you have to cut all contact. It's no good trying to keep in contact through a text. Think to yourself, oh, well, maybe in a few months I'll say, hey, how are you? You can't do that. The only way you will recover is if you don't ever speak to them or see them again. And it is hard, I'm not going to lie. But, it takes time, and you won't ever fully get over it. There are days when I sit and I think, what the hell happened? How could someone be so convincing and so intensely in love with you to, that's it, I'm sorry, I'm gone, it's over. And not to show any remorse is the hardest thing, but you will get over it. And if anyone out there wants to talk about it or send me their story, go for it. Like my videos. I want to help people. I've been through it twice in my life, and I know that it's so hard to get out of. But once you start healing, and you do get yourself into a real happy relationship, which is where I am now, you will see it for what it was, and you will be a lot happier person. So I hope this helps people out there. Okay, I will catch you soon. Like my video, and any comments, I love hearing comments, feedback, email me. All right, take care. Bye.